Yo, what's cracking YouTube? It's your boy Professor Crypto. Guys, I have Piotr Michalak on the line, the CEO of Ccfound. How's it going today, Piotr?
It's going fine, thank you. We're having holidays, but even on holidays I'm tracking crypto prices and calculating my 5 portfolios, so we're going good.
That's great, Piotr. Well, we're very glad to have you on the channel today, and we're looking forward to asking you some questions about your project so we can get a better understanding. It is on our 2021 top project radar, so it's something that we feel would be beneficial to our audience to ask you these questions and have you answer them. Are you ready?
I am ready when you are.
The first question that I have for you today, sir, what exactly is the focus of Ccfound and what problems is your team solving?
All right, Professor, let me ask you this question. Have you ever had this situation, you are researching crypto and you are ending with 20 open browser tabs or maybe 100 open browser tabs and you don't even know where to start? Or maybe do you remember when you were entering the crypto market and trying to learn all this stuff? I don't know how many years you are on this market. I'm since 2011 and I remember perfectly being overwhelmed with all this information. Have you been there?
Absolutely, I've definitely been there, Piotr.
Yeah, so even nowadays many people are entering the market and I think that the market will grow several fold during the next 4 years in terms of people that are on the market. So we are going to have many newbies because we are going from the innovation phase into the main market phase of the market maturity right now regarding crypto. And people are looking for alternative investments, especially knowing that, for example, you are from the States, I'm from European Union, and every country on the world right now, both the States, also Poland and other countries here, they are printing money like crazy. There's like 50% more dollars printed in the last few years, regarding the whole monetary base. And people know that there is inflation coming, hyperinflation possibly, and are looking for investments. So where would you go searching for alternative investments nowadays?
Definitely Google and research and CoinDesk and every other crypto news outlet and reviews, and the list just goes on.
Yeah, and if you are working a full-time job and have kids, have family, you probably don't have 1200 hours to spend on researching crypto if you are a newbie. And if you are a newbie, you will also probably lose your money because you will fall into a great multitude of traps that are in the crypto space. As we all know, for example, the wallets work completely differently than the banking system. This is a hard currency, so if you spend it in the wrong way, you lose it forever. If you don't input the address correctly, there are many mistakes to be made, and there is no one place on the internet that will just allow people to ask questions and get answers. Or is it? Do you know a good place to ask questions, Professor?
No, I really don't.
Well, of course, many of our viewers would say Facebook, right? Facebook groups, forums, Bitcoin talk, that's slowly dying. But really, are these people going to help you? Now when I was starting 15 years ago, being an online marketer, a business advisor to entrepreneurs, and this was my first business, there was a forum called Meritorium here in Poland, and I just started advising people, and this was one centralized place where all the entrepreneurs were back then. But nowadays you have like 1 million Facebook groups, and if you ask a question today, in 7 days from now this question will be long dead beneath all the other questions later asked. So there is this huge problem. Obviously you can ask people questions in many places, but first of all, where do you have a culture of helpful people, of people that won't burn you or hate you for asking supposedly stupid questions? And secondly, where can you find a place that would organize all the previously asked questions in a manner that would help future researchers to really easily find it and Thirdly, where can you find a place where your question asked in English, and you are a very privileged professor, me too, because we know English well, right? You are a native speaker, and not many people here in Poland know English well. We are not taught very well at school. There are many other countries like this, for example, Japan, or Italy, Spain. I remember being on vacation in Spain, having broken my glasses, and I just couldn't, repair them because they didn't understand my English. No one did. And, you have this situation where you may be privileged to use the English internet, which is, the most, the biggest knowledge base currently on Earth. But what about it if you don't speak English well? There is no place on the internet nowadays that would automatically translate all the information, all the content, all the knowledge into other languages. And this can be done, and this is already done in e-commerce. If you visit Amazon Japan, for example, you can read Japanese reviews in English. So why hasn't it been implemented in knowledge websites? I don't know. We are the first ones to find out.
Okay, all right. Well, I think that definitely answers the first question as to what problems your team is solving. So thank you very much for that, Peter. Now, the second question that I have for you, what makes Ccfound unique and truly will make it a Google killer?
Alright guys, have you noticed that when Googling Bitcoin, for example, you get search results and half of your screen is taken up by ads? So who is actually creating the content you see in Google? We treat Google as this holy grail of internet nowadays, but is Google really creating anything for you? Can you ask Google for a recommendation, for advice? You really can't. This is other people creating content for other people, and we really need to get back to basics. So many of you may be internet creators, or people who publish YouTube channel. And do you ever feel that you are in the dark when creating content for other people? Are you really answering other people's questions when creating content? And if you are so popular, like having 100,000 subscribers like Professor, then probably you do, but many other creators are in the dark nowadays. So what makes us a Google killer? Ccfound will create a space that will connect you with people to finally help you find answers to your questions, and thus make you benefit from the most relevant knowledge and wisdom. It will also help creators create the most relevant content by staying in touch with people's needs, by supplying them with real-life questions that will inspire them for creating most relevant content.
Thank you very much for that answer, Peter. Very well said. The next question that I have for you, sir, is how will you incentivize user adoption to help grow Ccfound in the early days?
All right, so let's ask ourselves, how did Facebook, Google, or Twitter start out? You can notice that when building such a service, you don't really incentivize user adoption very much. Social media is something that grows naturally by addressing psychological human needs. Or keeping in touch together, or helping other people. So how do we achieve critical mass in Ccfound, you could ask? We already have a 50,000 people strong community of investors to kickstart the service here in Poland. Next, we have a marketing plan and a budget, obviously, and we plan to implement viral and meme marketing. So Ccfound is also a viral investment opportunity because of the token payouts and how it's developed, how it's set up. So what is also most important in this project is the translation system. Like I said before, I don't know if we hadn't cut this out, but if you go to Amazon, for example, Amazon Japan, you can see all the reviews automatically translated, for example, in English and into all the other languages. But no knowledge websites did implement that yet. Neither Wikipedia or Quora or Stack Overflow do automatically translate content. So we will be the first knowledge website in the world that will translate everything into every other language, and thus we will be visible in all the search engines around the world at the same time.
That's great. Thank you very much. Now, the next question that I have for you, Peter, you talk about how you will monetize and decentralize the portal as you move forward. Please just briefly on this.
All right. So Nowadays, websites are divided into two categories: websites where you build your traffic, and other sites where you can monetize. For example, Udemy is used to sell your courses. But there is currently no place on the internet to both build your community and monetize in the same place without moving people back and forth between websites. So this is a very strong value proposition for content creators, because we plan to implement on Ccfound each and every option for information products. You will be able to sell ebooks, to sell community access, for example, monthly payments for access to your advanced research, and online courses. Like everything you can think of in information products will be here.
Awesome. Next question that I have for you. On the flip side, what are some of the challenges you set to overcome as you grow your company, Ccfound?
The biggest challenge nowadays in IT is to hire the best people, because this is employee market. And we are doing great in this regard because we have a very strong HR manager with her own company. So we instantly got 5 HR people working for us and already have a strong IT department. But we still have problem to scale this up into the upper echelons. And second part was getting a great CMO and a CTO. We also succeeded in that. And many people say that we will have problem regarding these automated translations because they may be of better and worse quality. So what we are planning to do is also set up a community service that community members will be able to correct translations and earn tokens and reputation points for the service. So there is also an algorithm prepared for that.
Great, thank you very much. The last question that I have for you, Peter. So how can viewers learn more about Ccfound?
Right, guys. Ccfound is an upcoming investment, an ICO crowdfunding project that I'd be glad if you participated in. It will be 350 daily auctions, quite similar to EOS, but possible, payable in all the possible currencies, not only Ethereum. You can use even fiat currencies. So to get updates about our start of Ccfound campaign, and be the one of the first invited to invest, please visit our landing page at ccfound.com and subscribe to our newsletter. I will tell you when the webinars will start, and I will explain the project on the webinars.
That's great. Thank you so much for your time, Peter. We really appreciate it. We've had a great time having you on the channel here. We think that you have a very strong project moving forward, and you guys have a good use case and are looking to solve some really valuable problems that are in the cryptocurrency space at the moment. We wish you luck with your project in the future, and we would love to cover you guys again if it's something that you're interested in. Now, this being said, class is now dismissed. Was there anything else you wanted to say, Peter, before we end off the video?
Thank you, Professor. Thank you guys for interest, and I invite you to invest in Ccfound soon.
Thank you so much, Peter, and we wish you a great day. Take care.
Take care.